This is the first of what we hope will be a series of podcasts where we'll give you a chance to look at some of the art that we're showcasing. And in this particular podcast, our first one, we're looking at the work of Brendan Croker, perhaps better known as a musician, and Ian Taylor, who's played a significant role in the art education of a whole range of artists who've come out from Bradford Art College, but he's a fantastically interesting sculptor and artist in his own right.
It's called Self-Portrait of a Fool at 50. I painted this when I was 18, imagining what I would look like at 50. I'm now 57, and I've been growing my hair for the last couple of years, but at 50 it was uncanny how much I look like this.
How long have you known that man?
Brendan? That's a good question. So when we first met, I was on foundation, and Brendan was throwing plates at grand scale, and the Greek restaurant was opening. There was a plan to make some plates for the Greek restaurant. Do you remember that?
They were, you went and told that perfectly shot, nice man with the foliage, you went and told him, in all seriousness, we could make Greek urns this size.
That's what I said. You've
Cheap.
got to think big, you see. Cheap.
And you said to me, just say yes.
Just say yes. Which has been why he's now in this sorry state.
And we said yes, and then we made these things, and he said, it's not what we said. And we said, but it's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
And we did get some money.
Yeah.
Then there was the European Cup.
The FA Cup.
FA Cup, sorry.
FA Cup.
Let's get in the newspapers.
Yes.
Let's make a false European Cup.
Yes.
Which my mother still has the photograph of us running down the street. We did the high art section now. I can quite easily state that there are several people at different parts of my life who've ruined my life, and you were one of the early ones.
I'm pleased to be
pleased
to be a part of it.
I was a decent Catholic till I met you.
You were, I remember, yes.
Well, and Jeff Nuttall,
yeah.
between the two of you,
yeah.
is the end of the world as we know it.
Yes.
Yes, we know as Hearts and Minds, with special Mexican editions.
Because you started life as a potter, didn't
Not
you?
me.
No, yeah, but Brendan.
Ceramicist, we used to call him.
Oh.
He was a ceramicist. A very good one.
He got a better grant for ceramicist. This is after the Eames picture. When did you last see your father? We call this, when did you last see? A truncated version. Sure you get the drift. How to cast women's body parts. First, just tell them that it's necessary and that there's no other involvement than art. And then away.
And off you went. It wasn't me, by the way, that. No.
So, who else was around at that time then, in Bradford when you were there? Can you remember it?
Not all, Mr. Earnshaw.
Oh, well, yeah.
Joe Dolan. Massively influential.
Hunt was a big one. And there was the
Mike Randall.
Mike Randall, Roddy Carmichael.
Roddy Carmichael.
The printmaking was the start turn as well. So
Absolutely.
That was the biennial and all that stuff.
There was Alan Marks around.
Alan, and there was Ian Gardner, and they used to often have fights. And
this was titled by Trevor Griffiths as By Bread Alone. As in B-U-Y, obviously. It started at 10 in the morning, went on till 10 at night through various odd social services visits to the pubs, people crying and stuff and working terribly hard. If necessary, avoiding the cleaners, you could stay overnight if there was something that you were working on. It was joining a regiment, it never quite stopped. You were expected to retire hurt now and then, but you weren't allowed to leave the regiment at all. Whereas now it's like it's a very strange. I can't understand what it is that you're having to work around.
It was certainly it was about having a good time.
Question the choice.
Yeah. Question.
While putting up some elaborate structure.
Yeah. Looking back, the fun and the anarchy is maybe what prevents it from being celebrated now. I don't know.
You know, there is a tendency in life to give up. The greatest thing that you've done is that you have not stopped teaching first years. The most important, the time when the Jesuit gives a boy at 7 and he's ours for life.
Yes, we've ruined him forever. Yes, give him to me at 18, I'll ruin him forever.
But I could still go in and watch you doing your thing with the students who are under terrible constraints now, but trying to give them that little piece of, you know, this is the nugget, you know, to carry that with you.
Yeah.
Well, you see, self-deprecation again, it always happens around here. Give somebody a compliment and they'll throw your chips in the gun. We've been looking forward to doing this. This is the Queen, she's our leader.
Brendan, your reputation's more as a musician these days.
Well, there's good reason for having to resort to pictures, which is there's some things you can't sing. And my big argument with the youth of the town when I'm out and about, and they'll be kind to me as an older person because I'm obviously unfit for regular work. So come along, the old man, and I can still play guitar a bit. I keep mentioning to him, and this is absolutely the thing that Bradford Art College said at that particular time. I don't think I've really heard it said the same way or anywhere else. It's all the arts, mate.
Yes,
it's all the arts.
Well, that's when it worked, when the mix was really happening. That's what Albert Hunt brought to it, really, because Albert was Bill Gaynor was missing. Bill Gaynor's a missing link because he brought people. He was the one who brought Albert in, and then it's just because people came.
Those of you who have been to New York, there's a poem written around the bottom. Called The New Colossus. It's my version of The New Colossus. You know, bring me your poor, huddled, tired immigrant masses, whatever it is. But there you go.
There's a history, really, which Bradford doesn't celebrate. And so whenever Bradford's on the map, it's always Delius and Hockney. And they're both good, you know. Well, yeah. But there's been others since.
Bradford, is it? It's just a whole of West Yorkshire sometimes, actually.
Yeah, but just speaking for the bit I know, it's like, it's interesting that they don't even mention, they don't even mention Andy Goldsworthy, who was, you know, rejected by Leeds Foundation and rejected by Leeds Degree, and took great delight in telling them so when he had his major exhibition there in 1990, whenever it was.
Particular favourite in France. But there was this, I'm just bringing this. And it does point it out in no uncertain terms. You can say what you like about this, I say this is right. That bird's walking. All you have to do is believe it's walking.
Yes, and the bird came about, right, this is, you know, in terms of when you say about...
That's what I got from Bradford.
Yes, talking and writing about things. The bird came about because I couldn't throw the trowel away. The trowel was a useful implement, always standard kit for a sculptor, and like however you use it. And when the handle broke, it becomes pretty useless. But that was it. So it was just really rather, couldn't throw it away. And I have a lot of that kicking around. But what happened was I saw a piece of wood on the pavement, and it's not this one, it was the first one, with a nail bashed through it twice. And I thought, damn, it's the bird's foot. So then it was just, then the bird was just a question of putting the two wires on.
And at the moment Ian is doing a particularly Bradford thing, which is failing to point out to you the drawn line of that leg is so beautiful. That what we have to do is we have to just simplify our choices of things when actually it took a lifetime.
Absolutely. It was
to draw that leg.
Yes, yes.
Important now.
I know who you are, you know who I am. We don't know each other at all. I think you're sexy, you think that I'm chic. We don't know each other at all. I live in my house, you live in your house. Through this life we stoically crawl. I know who you are, you know who I am. We don't know